Nick, I guess welcome to New Jersey. It must have been sort of a bit of a whirlwind, I imagine. Team was on the road, bye week coming up. What have the last couple days before, I guess, the break been like for you?
Yeah, it was obviously crazy. A couple days, took the red eye, met the team in Tampa, and it was good to meet some of the guys and the staff, and support staff just kind of before the break, so I had a little bit of a rapport with everybody. Yeah, and then we went on a break, and now I kind of feel like starting everything fresh now. So it's good to get a practice under my belt and go from here.
And did you go away for the break? I mean, obviously, like I'm sure your whole life was kind of upside down
Yeah,
there.
yeah. I came back with the team, and then my fiance just met me. We went to the same place. We just the team actually helped move a couple flights around, so it worked out really well.
And then for people who aren't familiar with who you are as a player, how would you describe how maybe knowing a little bit more about this team you can fit into what's happening here?
Yeah, I'm still obviously figuring out how they play and,
Yeah.
and learning the systems, but I mean everything's pretty similar. Kind of everywhere you go, just little nuances. But I don't know. I feel like my best asset is skating and moving the puck. So just kind of trying to stick to that and defend first and kind of join offensively, whenever possible.
And you have a bit of familiarity with some guys who are around here. Certainly that helps. I know you played with Timo in San Jose. Did I get that right?
Yeah, a little bit. We crossed paths and
A
a little bit with the Barracuda, and then obviously he was with the Sharks for. I was up there for a little bit, so just kind of knew him, and then obviously I played a couple of games last year with Toff, so just a little bit.
And what is it like now to sort of be here? Knowing that there's no break now, you can kind of get into a bit of a rhythm. How much will that help?
Yeah, it's awesome. I honestly, the break kind of happened at a weird time for me because I was ready to come here and kind of hit the ground running. So, but yeah, I mean now that I'm here and we have a lot of games this month and stuff, so it'll be fun to get into it.
What do you know about the competition of this team right now, especially where you guys are in the standings, how important it is to make this final push here with the latter half of the season? What have you known from the outside about this team?
I mean, obviously last year, great team, had a good playoff run, and now I think the team that maybe the last month I guess it hasn't gone the way they wanted it to, but they have. I mean, this team has got all the pieces and has everything to be capable and. Every now after the All-Star is everybody's final push, right? So it should be fun to kind of push it to the end of the year.
It's been a difficult year, I can imagine, for you, but to be able to finally be back out on the ice for a second time, what did that feel like for you today?
Yeah, it feels good. It feels really good. Just to be back on the ice with the boys, it's good enough for me so far. So it's been long, almost 3 months. So yeah, looking forward to be back, and I enjoy every second on the ice today. So
I was going to say, what have the last couple of months been like for you mentally? We've talked, earlier in the year about being on a new team, but being out so much. What has it sort of been like for you?
yeah, it was challenging. I'm not gonna lie. My family, I got great help from my family and friends. So it's been the longest I've been hurt, I think, since I got to the U.S. So it was something new. I didn't know before. I think longest I was out was like 6 weeks. So. It was different this time, but I'm back now, and hopefully I'll be good to go.
At what point did you start feeling well enough to be back on the ice? And I know Lindy had said that you had started skating a little while ago.
Yeah, I started like mid January, close to end of January, and I took like 8 skates, 10 skates. The break helped me actually, so I got a couple more skates with the break, and I'm ready now. So. It's good to be back, and yeah, I enjoyed every night, and it was fun today.
I was going to say, do you feel that you're up to a level where you can play if, let's say, that first game back, they want you in, you feel you're comfortable with that?
Yeah, I feel confident, but as you know, practice is different than the game, so we'll see how it goes. But I'm excited and ready to play the game again. So. Hey.
How tough is it? You talk about that challenge of being out for as long as you have been, but also to see the team going through what they've been going through with the number of injuries, maybe not playing as consistently as they want. How hard is that as a professional, as an athlete, to want to be there?
I think it's one of the hardest things just to sit and watch when your teammates and the team's losing some games and you want to go jump on the ice and help them to win. But yeah, it is what it is, and. But just how I say, I'm just happy to be back now with the boys, and it's all good.
And I know it was the team said you had the foot surgery, right? And then the Trouba hit happens too. I mean, that must have been, was it kind of multiple injuries happening?
No, the Trouba hit wasn't an issue. So it was only the right foot, and after the surgery, now I'm good to go. So Trouba hit didn't cost me anything. So it was just a coincidence.
Lindy, back from the break, just first of all, how was your break, and how was it, as a coach sometimes you just take a step back as well?
Yeah, break was good. Just to get away for a little bit and spend some time with family, and so it was just some downtime, and try to get ready for what's ahead of us.
How did you feel your team was today, coming in with an attitude, focus, and all that?
I think the attitude was good, the focus was good. I think, again, it's hard to control where some of the players are at. I think some struggled a little bit with hands today. But overall, I thought we put in a couple drills we want to get something accomplished in. We got that accomplished.
To have Thomas Nosek back, obviously he's only played 6 games with the club, but he's been around with you guys. What does that do to help your depth here with the potential of him returning?
Well, we're getting a guy that's he's a good penalty killer, a good veteran player. I thought he played well in the preseason. We know what he is. He's just a good two-way guy that can defend against anybody. He's got just years of experience that can help our club.
From your understanding, is it sort of have to wait and see if he's able to play, or where do you gauge him right now?
I think we'll gauge after practice today how he felt. Take a good look at him again tomorrow, and we'll see what he feels like. Probably hear from him first. He's been skating a lot, so to get him in a couple practices, I would anticipate he'd be close to being ready to play.
What do you know about a player like Nick DeSimone?
I know he was one of my son's friends.
Really?
I didn't know that, but he said, "Hey, that's the Nick DeSimone, that same age," and I didn't realize it. So then when I said hello, I said I should have said hello sooner, but Buffalo kid.
So what did your son tell you?
Oh, he just, he was one of the best players at that age,
Right.
From junior Sabres to, growing up midget hockey, bantam hockey. So the first thing he wanted me to do was make sure I said hello for him. But you know what? He's, I think when you look at his game, he's a lot like a Colin Miller.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a good shot offensively. You would look at him to be helping create offense for you. So just, I think it's good two-way depth for us.
Lindy, I know the other day the organization had put out a statement saying, Jack is getting really close. How much longer might that be?
Well, I don't know for sure. I know he skated this morning. We had 3 guys skate. Smith skated, Siegenthaler skated, and Jack skated. We'll see where he's at tomorrow. I know he's a lot closer than before, but for a date, I can't really give you a date. It could be soon. It could be a few more days. So, we haven't had him in a full practice. That may come tomorrow if things went well today, and we'll just move on from there.
And I know the other day you didn't know about the leaves of absence, players being charged in the Hockey Canada scandal. Do you have any comment on that?
No, I still don't know.
Lindy, what was it like to see Jesper Bratt get that call to, represent the team at the All-Star game?
I think it's great for him. I think where his game was, 3-4 years ago to where his game is at now, and I think that meant a lot to him to, be chosen, in Jack's absence. But it speaks volumes about where his game has gotten to.
Is Smith and Siegenthaler getting closer?
They're getting closer too. They both skated, so we'll see where they're at too. But I would anticipate we're getting, close with them to get back in practice.